Welcome to Tanks Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professionalism. That's a recording time of 9:27 a.m. on the Eastern Time. Ethereum contracting $3,949, up about close to 2% so far. On the other crypto market, you see clearly on the left side of the charts, it's bright green today. Seems like the media front is not doing much, but sometimes when there's a lack of news, there's actually better news overall, if that makes any sense. I think it makes sense based on our collective observation so far, or for the ones that have been watching the channel so far. The last couple of weeks so far, I would say the whole month of November to mid-December has been just a volatile couple of weeks so far with the FOMC meeting, the CPI report, the Chinese delisting, the Omicron news, the Delta variants, the forks that, with respect to upgrades on the Ethereum front. It's just been a zigzag roller coaster ride so far, right? And Saturday is one of those days that you don't really, it's typically a little bit less active in comparisons to like the weekdays. And it start to become a little bit more active as we shift towards the later part of Saturday, sometimes around like 4:30 p.m. on the Eastern Time, all the way until Sunday, right? As the international side of the house start to wake up, and Monday start to get picked up all over again, right? So what we're seeing right now is just normalizing from the corrections or the frankly roller coaster rides that we've been collectively having so far, right? So on a technical front, with respect to recording time again, around 9:30 a.m. on the Eastern Time, Ethereum could trade close to about $4,000 right now. We're basically $50 away. And right now we are above the consolidated level of 3,843, right? So this is something we've been talking about so far. And on overall front, I would say we are reviving nicely. We are at the 44 out of 70. And at the same time, you could see clearly on the MACD front, we are slowly curving upward right now. So this is actually a good sign that, seems like the battles between the bears and the bulls are, the bulls are seemingly, sustaining the level, or at least long-term investors are holding on. And I think, most of the volatility has pretty much baked in right now. I actually do foresee some optimism ahead, for this Christmas. Next, technically, Saturday would be Christmas, right? So I think actually we might see some volatility, starting on Monday, but I actually see some positive pressure. Known in fact, I don't really foresee any specific negative catalyst coming already. And at the same time, the hedge funds have to do some sort of a window dressing to beef up their portfolio to make their returns look a little bit more, rosy, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. But right now, it seems like a okay level to incur some risk, even though we are hovering and not doing much right now. And I think the bottom was technically at 3,475, which it came true when we had that crash. I believe Saturdays ago, exactly 2 Saturdays ago. And ever since then, we have such just volatility because of the FOMC meeting, which was a blockbuster move, but subsequently got revived. But then the Omicron news kind of subsided, so we just have had these type of zigzags, right? So that's Ethereum. With respect to Bitcoin, right now it's at 46,900 basically 47. So we are in levitation mode. We're not really in between anything specific right now. It's either we go up above the 47,900 or go down to 43,900 with a 37 out of 70. So we are about to cross upward. So I think Bitcoin is actually still bullish. We are seeing this downward wedge right now. So I actually think Bitcoin is actually still a buy, despite we're up about 1.5% at the moment. Dogecoin is up about 2% right now, 41 out of 70. At the moment, we are cross up recently, and that's the reason why you see this mega green candle. And the reason is because the Elon Musk tweet on Twitter talking about him potentially adopting or transacting Dogecoin onto Tesla balance sheets. So that's something that's quite interesting to see, but obviously it was relatively short-lived with lack of corporate confirmation, and subsequently just has sell back down. But it seems like some investors are still buying the dip, I guess, because that was the consolidated level at the 1693. That's why we're seeing some green pressure because of the overall market drag up. Cardano is on 125 right now. We basically contemplate, do we go down to 120 or go up to 134 with 37 out of 70. So Cardano is still a buy. I mean, obviously at 118 or 120, it was a much better level than 124. But right now, it's still like, tolerable, if you may. Solana is up about 6.13%. Seems like we're reversing right now. We're about to form a golden cross. So if we form up, we're gonna try to get to 200 all over again. But the big question mark would be, can we break even above 196 yet? Which is seem like, every single time we get there, we get canceled out. So 200 is a monumental mark to break, but if we break that, we'll go up all the way potentially to the 210 to 220. So Solana is still bullish based on the setup right now with the neutral level and the cross up, so it's not terrible. Actually, bullish signal right now. XRP is up about 5% right now. You see how many times we ping ponged around the 78 cents, right? So yeah, I think the bottom was pretty much it. I think whoever got in the 60 cents, that was like a absolutely beautiful time to incur risk, and whoever placed that limit order based on our discussion so far, that was a crazy steal level. That was not even just a steal level. That was like robbing a big bank, the central bank, if you may. So that's right now with the 40 out of 70 crossing upward. So it's not terrible still. Polkadot up about 2.3% right now. 25 cents, $25 at the moment. 34 out of 70 crossing upwards still. It seems like we are. I think Polkadot is like a sleeping giant at the moment. We're still forming a downward wedge, so incomparable to the overall market. So not terrible if you believe in this long-term value proposition. ALGORAND's up about 3% right now. 30 out of 70s curving up right now. So still not terrible, I would say, for you to incur some risk. I think 130 was technically the bottom, which makes sense, right? That's why we were reversing up relatively sharply, right? Ever since that one drop, right? Shiba Inu is up about 1.96% right now. Anywhere, again, right, the 920-900 to the 900. We're very close to it right now. We're like basically 200. Is that even cents? I don't even know how you would say this. Like, this is not even cents, right? This is less than a penny. So, yeah, but you know what I mean, right? Anywhere from 2,900 to 900 is still the dip for us. MACTAG is up about close to 3% right now, but despite the cross upward, you see that we're about to form a golden cross right now. We're at the neutral level of around like the 50-ish. But again, right, 175 to 143 was still the dip. So I'll probably weigh off, for the confirmation. I think a much better risk management level is 175 to 143 from here. AVAX still surging up because of the golden cross. We're at the 60 out of 70, so relatively overbought. But I think the bullishness is still going to come. I think we will see, obviously, a monumental flat number of resistance at 120. But if we break 120 and we see more bullishness, we will see way above all-time high all over again. But we'll see how the trajectory goes, right? But again, right, 81 to 60 was still the dip for us, right? Let me look into the news real quick to see if there's any news that's really worth mentioning. So the first one's on Decrypt 15 hours ago. Again, the news is still really stale because of Saturdays. And what they really talk about is with respect to AVAX. So it seems like there's some coverage on AVAX talking about AVAX climbing to become the top 10 coins as the price has risen by 11%. So you see AVAX is getting some coverage recently, and you could see that we've surged up ever since when we bounced off the resistance level at the 78, right? 81, that was the level, and whoever bought in and logically, not like blowing up your whole wallet, but incur some risk at the 81 or below was making some relatively good gains right now. And then some other news is talk about with respect to Bored Ape NFT sold for $369,000 in Ethereum. And this is a monkey with white hair wearing like Wayfarers from Ray-Ban, and he has like grills, like the teeth grills, and it's like rainbow color. Quite colorful, I guess. Interesting. And then the next one I'm thinking about 17 hours ago, talk about Ethereum continues to follow Bitcoin, holds above this key level, is a bullish weekend ahead. I mean, we are seeing what we're seeing right now. The weekend is here, and I think it's not bullish weekend. It's just because lack of news happening, and sometimes when there's no news, and it's just letting the market just go through its own thing is actually the best thing to do, right? So this is just what we're seeing based on the investment appetites from the market normalizing from the corrections we've been having previously. So with respect to risk management level, these are levels identified so far. I made some revisions here and there, just to tee up a little bit better. I think there are some interesting opportunities. We are within some of the attractive steal levels on the respective coins. But ultimately, the way to play this is really just to look into the long-term value proposition rather than look at the short-term volatility. I know some people have been asking, it's like, should I be selling now because we will see it go down further? I mean, that's timing the market. We can never really be 100% certain about what the whales are doing because we are ultimately at the mercies of the whales, right? Because they have the largest market control power. So risk management level is the best way to go based on my understanding. It works for me historically. So hopefully it works for you as well. And that's it really for the Saturday morning. Let me know how it goes, and let me know if you have any questions as well. And stay tuned to come up. Take care.